Hi guys. The World Cup will start in a few days. We want to examine the strongest teams present in this tournament. The World Cup is definitely the most exciting sports competition in the world. And having a little information about the teams present in these competitions can increase the pleasure of watching the matches. So stay with us. Argentina. Argentina is one of the most popular countries in the world in the World Cup. This great South American country has a brilliant history in the World Cup. They won the World Championship twice in 1978 and 1986. You must have seen Maradona's goal against England in the 1986 World Cup. This goal is recorded as one of the most beautiful goals in the history of the World Cup. In 2022, Argentina has a lot to say in Qatar. They have great players like Messi, Dybala, Mahrez and Di Maria. The Argentina team has been very stable over the past few years. And according to experts, it is one of the contenders for the championship. England. Gareth Southgate. He is yet to have a major success with England other than reaching the Euro 2020 final, and if England fail to at least reach the semi-finals in Qatar, the question becomes whether Southgate is good enough to take England all the way. Who is the main player? Harry Kane. If Harry Kane doesn't score and play well, England won't win the World Cup. He is the winner of the Golden Boot from Russia in 2018. The captain has shown much improved form for Tottenham in recent weeks as is recovering his reputation as one of the world's most feared forwards. As has been the case throughout Southgate's tenure, England breezed through qualifying without a care in the world and racked up 8 wins and 2 draws in their 10 matches. Netherlands. Who is the star man? Virgil van Dijk. The Netherlands were impressive at Euro 2020, beating all before them in the group stage before being knocked out by the Czech Republic in the round of 16. But, like Liverpool, they are a much better team in defense with Van Dijk. The 30-year-old has been fantastic for Jurgen Klopp, and his performances have been so good that Liverpool and Holland have a lot to say in defense. Holland's competitors are hard work for him. France. Didier Deschamps. This 53-year-old player, who has been in charge of Les Bleus since 2012, has seen everything in international management. France went into Euro 2020 as world champions, but Deschamps and his tactics were heavily criticized when they were stunned on penalties in the last 16 by Switzerland. At least reach the semi-finals in Qatar. Who is the star man? Kylian Mbappé. If there was any doubt, Mbappé has proven himself to be France's main man in recent months. How did they qualify? France were comfortable qualifiers in the end, but they didn't have it all their own way. They finished top of their group unbeaten, with 18 points after 5 wins and 3 draws. But Ukraine were only 6 points behind in second place, and they claimed 2 impressive draws in their pair of games with the French. Deschamps' side also drew at home with Bosnia and Herzegovina. Spain. Luis Enrique is one of very few current international managers who have huge pedigree at club level and could have the pick of any job he wants if he were to step down as Spain boss after the World Cup. The treble he won with Barcelona in 2014-15 as Messi, Luis Suarez and Neymar tore through defenses across Europe was a joy to watch, and now he's trying to get Spain back on top of the world. A semi-final loss to Italy at Euro 2020 was not a disaster, but expectations are high going into Qatar. Germany. Hansi Flick. Like Enrique with Spain, Flick would have the pick of any club job he wanted if he decided to turn his career on its head. The German won back-to-back Bundesliga titles and the Champions League with Bayern before stepping down last summer. He took over from the legendary Joachim Low after Euro 2020 and is yet to taste defeat, winning 8 and drawing 1 of his 9 games in charge. Flick has an exciting mix of youth and experience in his squad, but can he piece it all together? Who's the star man? Kai Havertz. After taking a while to adapt to life at Chelsea after his £89 million move in the summer of 2020, the 22-year-old is now a crucial player and influencing the biggest games he plays in. Belgium. Roberto Martinez. Always linked with a return to Premier League management, the Spaniard is still in charge of the Red Devils and is preparing for his 3rd major tournament in charge later this year. Martinez led Belgium to the semi-finals of the 2018 World Cup, where they lost 1-0 to eventual champions France. This looks likely to be Martinez's final chance to win something with the country's golden generation. Who's the star man? Kevin De Bruyne. The Manchester City midfielder has been arguably the world's best midfielder for 2 or 3 years. Croatia. Zlatko Dalic. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Dalic has been in charge of Croatia at 2 major tournaments and took them to the World Cup final in 2018 and the last 16 of Euro 2020 before they were beaten by Spain in an 8-goal thriller in Copenhagen. Dalic has settled on a system that gets the best out of his key players and everyone seems to buy into his plan. In December, he signed a new contract to keep him tied to Croatia until 2024, so this will not be his final tournament in charge. Who's the star man? Luka Modric. Somehow he continues to perform at the very top of world football, even at the age of 36. He's still a first-team regular at the Bernabeu and is still critical for his country. Brazil. Type. The 60-year-old has managed seemingly every club in Brazil at one point in his career and was handed the national team in 2016 after their poor showing in that year's Copa America. A quarter-final defeat in Russia in 2018 was disappointing, but the Brazilians bounced back and lifted the Copa America the following year. Once again Tite has plenty of talent to manage, but can he get everyone on the same page? Who is the star man? Neymar. You can really choose between Alisson, Thiago Silva, Fabinho, Casemiro, Vinicius etc. The Brazilian's reputation seems to have hit rock bottom after PSG's latest European failure. But Neymar, with a star actor by his side, job. Given Portugal were knocked out in the last 16 at the 2018 World Cup and again at the same stage at Euro 2020. They made it to Qatar through the playoffs and, with the squad at his disposal, Portugal really should be challenging for the trophy. Who's the star man? Cristiano Ronaldo. His return to Manchester United may have not turned out how he or the fans would have hoped, but even though results have been average, Ronaldo has proven that his instincts in front of goal are as sharp as ever.